could enjoy as the Washington Improv Theater presents.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Now please welcome to the floor, it's your host for this evening, the artistic and executive director of the Washington Improv Theater. It's Marcel Vaughn.
So much for coming out and joining us here at WIT. This is Summer Escape. This is our summer series. We just opened it and we're going all the way through August. We have so many shows, each one of them offering you an opportunity to escape from the horrible dumpster fire that is our reality. So we'd like to begin the improvisational catharsis as quickly as possible. And so if you can imagine just one thing that you would very much like to escape from for the rest of your life, I'm going to ask you to shout that thing out on the count of 3, okay? Just one thing. Again, don't start a whole laundry list. We don't have all night. Just one thing you wish to escape from. Shout it out on 1, 2, 3. Doesn't that feel good, right? And if you have the vocative power of speech, your escape has already begun. So, kudos. Let me know if you have that power. I want to talk to you after the performance. You're going to see 3 amazing acts tonight. First, a musical act, which maybe you can guess, because we have 2 musicians who've already taken stage. They are door number 3. They are a fantastic indie team that does an improvised musical. You're also going to see IRL, a brand new performance that's debuting tonight. IRL as in real life. They are, if you like cinema verite, they're sort of the improv verite equivalent. And then the third and final show is a fantastic, very sharp, very woke show called White Privilege, Black Power, which is a real powerhouse. They just came back from some festival appearances up in New York, and they're a personal favorite of mine. Are you guys ready for that?
Yeah!
Give a warm welcome then to your first act, door number 3.
Tonight. We are door number 3. We are going to make up a musical for you. A bunch of scenes put together. Every word is going to be new off the top of our heads. All the music will be created by Michael and Paul over there. Let's give them a hand. What we need to do to start out is a suggestion of some sort. Well, give me first a letter. You have 26 to choose from. Go.
L.
I heard L first from somewhere over here. Give me a word that starts with L.
Ladybug.
Ladybug. So, door number 3 would like to present to you now, Ladybug,
The Musical!
Small, but not insignificant.
Didn't see you there.
Just watch where you're going.
I could say the same for you. I know you. You've been coming around this park,
Yes.
trying to blend in.
So? Yeah. I am trying to blend in. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? How old are you? 20? 22? You're at an age where it's time to stand out. Didn't your parents explain to you? Anyone can be one in a million.
You're so large and you're yelling at me. And I'm just here being myself.
Oh, it's the person we don't notice much. Trying to fix that. Take our thing, but no one pays attention to us. I'm 52 years old and I can be ignored better than you ever will be. We're gonna keep being ignored and like it. And you're gonna take all the attention.
I like to blend in wherever I am. I like to fit in, to be part of the land. If I'm in a park when it's dark, then you can barely see me. That's a lark for me. Fitting in, I win. Fitting in, I win. Fitting in, I win. Just don't notice me too much.
This is where it's time for you to change. Dan and I, we like to fall back. We need you to take the stage because we're scared old hacks. Fitting in, you win. Fitting in, you win. Fitting in, you win. Fitting in, you win. You have a chance to make mistakes, to screw things up, to make the worst of your life. That's already done for us. They won't let us try again with faith and see with now. They'll be sad, they won't be proud. So go take the spotlight, let us blend in. Fitting in, that you win. Fitting in, come on, get more notice. And you win. Yeah, that's right. Fitting in, almost gone. And you win. Fitting in, we win.
Oh, wait, be careful. Oh. Oh, precious.
So what, you make a wish, you blow on it, you...
I mean, we can do all those things, but mainly I just want to.
No, ladybugs are meant to be free.
I mean, she'll be free. She can have the run of the place. I just look. The dog didn't work out. The cat didn't work out. The bird, the goldfish.
I'm
I can't
sorry
explain
about
why.
the goldfish.
I mean,
Birds, cats, and dogs need cleaning in a way that goldfish apparently... I'm sorry.
and all you had to do
which implies that it should be cleaned.
I know you're exacting. I know you're a perfectionist, and I admire that about you.
And I love that you love living beings. I just think that we don't have a great track record of being good people for living beings to be around. You care for me, great.
Don't take this the wrong way. You're more than enough for me. But there's something about having a little thing that gives certainty. There's someone to come home to. Something to take care of. You're so competent. I feel you don't need me. I need to be strong. I need to learn to be strong. I mean, nobody's gonna be here forever. I need to be strong.
Don't take this the wrong
I need to learn to be strong.
I love you with all my heart.
You
But
say
when
that you
doubt this, it breaks my heart. You need to be strong.
I'm trying to be strong.
You need to believe in us. I need you to be my partner, not my mother. You need to be strong.
I'll be strong. I think she's dead.
Don't. No, just look. This display has to be perfect. Our jobs depend on people coming into the store and buying whatever the hell this is.
Our jobs depend on people being tricked and wasting their money on something they don't need. Sorry.
Yes.
Difference without a distinction.
Welcome to retail.
I've been here for 3 weeks. You taught me everything I know, and I already hate myself. Congratulations.
You've made much more progress than I did before. Okay, so opening is at 9. We shunt them through towards those small little bubbly items that the kids will put into their mouths, and therefore the parents will have to buy.
I'm going to quit.
I want the dinosaur. I want
I'm going to quit. This is one of the reasons I'm going to quit.
You can't have every bright little thing you see. Karen!
Kids are annoying. Management is annoying. Adults are annoying. Everything is annoying. I have to be perfect every single time. All I want is money. Is that too much to ask for?
Well, no, apparently. But you don't like anyone?
I like the mannequins. Charles is my favorite. He says nothing. Marianne is okay. She's too fashionable for me. All I want to do is sit and get paid. Is that too much to ask?
Depends on who you're related to.
I've spent my whole life trying to be pretty, to say the right word, look the right way so they would see me. shitty. And I'd like to change places and be the one they see. I wanna be a mannequin. I wanna be a mannequin. I wanna be a mannequin. Paid just to be me.
Why do you make it so hard on yourself? All you have to do is smile once in a while. You've got the looks and all the charisma, but here you stand making all these
I
frowns.
wanna be a mannequin.
Why a mannequin?
I wanna be a mannequin.
Why a mannequin?
I wanna be a mannequin.
Wanna be a
Just to sit and be seen. I'd wear a escargot, whatever they show at me. I look so pretty every day. I would say nothing. I could wear a hat, imagine that, something that's tall, not flat. And you could see them come. I blink once or twice. The kids would be confused and they'd like it the wife. So this is something I've been preparing for my whole life.
Wanna be a mannequin?
I think it would make me so afraid of try to be more than I adore, which is only me. I want to be a mannequin and people will see.
I think we can make this work.
Oh, it's so nice of you to pull out the weeds.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten out of control.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, since Steve left, it's been harder to keep up on all the household things.
Doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, but
I'm doing just fine.
I mean, okay. Yeah,
Fine.
stiff upper lip, I know.
No, I'm fine.
Sarah, it's okay. You don't have to be fine if that's not how you are.
Hey,
I'm
Sarah.
not so sure about that.
Sarah, Steve left you his weed whacker before he left. Do you want it back now or can I keep it?
Fuck the weed whacker! Get it out of my sight!
Hey, that's your neighbor. Yeah, honey, no, this is not good. I think you need like a tennis racket and just like beat the hell out of a pillow or something.
Definitely need to beat the hell out of something.
Yeah, not take it out on Josh, right?
Hey, Sarah,
Oh,
you know, that silly bill still is coming to me for Steve. Like, they got the numbers backwards, and do you have a forwarding address?
Tell them they go fuck themselves! And everyone they know!
I'll take that. I'll take care of this.
Get it out of my sight!
Delivery. Oh, dear Lord.
I'm fine!
You feel really tense.
Really, I just realized
He hogged the remote. He took up 2/3 of the bed. Good riddance. Good riddance. Goodbye to him. Good riddance. Goodbye to him.
Just think about all the stuff you can do now on your own.
Yeah, I can pay all the bills.
Well, that's the messed up part, but maybe
Do all the housework. Do everything and do it alone.
They sound like small things, but they're not insignificant.
Goodbye to him. Goodbye to him. Goodbye to him.
small things. But it's not
No anniversary.
You're free. Yeah.
Before we bring out our second act, I want to share just a little bit more information about Washington Improv Theater. Not only are we the place where you can come to escape whatever it is that you yelled out earlier for the next several weeks, right here on this stage every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are also a place where you can escape even more things by spending more time with us. And what I'm talking about is taking an improv class. If you've not yet taken an improv class, think about it. Everybody who takes it says it's a great social outlet, it's a great creative outlet, and it's a great place to meet people who are not attorneys. Those are the three top characteristics of our classes consistently in our class of appraisals. Should you know. Also, we do corporate training, so we can come to you. If you're like, I'll never get 20 hours to take an improv class, well, we can come to your team of 10 people, spend 2 hours with you. Guess what that is? Somebody said it, yeah, it's 20 hours. Right, yeah. So it can happen. I think we're ready for your next act. Are you guys ready for your next act? Slice of improv reality. Please welcome IRL! Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming out for the air conditioning and the comedy and everything else. We are IRL, which the kids tell me stands for in real life. And we're going to improvise for you. We're very glad that you came, and we're very privileged to improvise. We like to think of ourselves as a very low maintenance group. So to get us started, we're just going to have two improvisers move and take a position, and we're going to need an audience volunteer to tell them to stop. And that will be their starting position, and that will be the sole thing we need to start our show. So can I ask you, at any moment when you feel moved, can you very loudly just say the word stop, and they will freeze? Stop!
It's really okay.
No, nothing has ever been so not okay.
No, it's really okay.
Melissa, I don't think you're grasping the direness of our situation.
It's just route. It's okay.
It spilled out of the scene. I don't think it's ever gonna come off.
It's
I'm going-
not really easily. It's okay.
see no way out, honestly. You know how this imperfection stresses me out.
I know. It's okay, Amy. It's okay. No, don't use your fingers. It's not smeary, but that's fine.
I think I just gave myself a heart palpitation.
Have a seat. Do you want me to hire someone?
I feel very strongly. We had this discussion. You know how strongly I feel
I know.
about do it yourself.
I know, but
You're self-sufficient. It's the American way.
I know.
Do your own ground. Find a way to clean it up.
Right.
Don't use your finger. All important lessons.
You've got ground on your pants now.
Oh my God, I do what? Oh.
You used your finger. Made it worse. It's okay.
I admire that you can stay really calm about this.
It's a kitchen. It's not the end of the world.
It's a statement. Do you know how much time people spend in the kitchen? Being in a poorly designed kitchen makes me feel open to judgment. People think you don't know how to host, they think you don't know how to cook, they think you don't know how to store things properly in cabinets, they think you have no spatial perception, that's why you couldn't lay your grout properly. These are things I think when I go into kitchens anyway, I don't.
Really?
You can use your finger. It's the bulk section no one minds.
If I'm using my finger, how many other people have been using their fingers?
I don't ask that question. And I use the scoop, but I'm saying if you wanna try the mango, try the mango. Try the dry peel.
How is that not stealing? Like everybody's thinking that. How is that not
Have
stealing?
you ever been to like a real food co-op, not this Whole Foods bullshit? At a real co-op, they want you to try everything. It's the way. And you're a member. I mean, you're practically an
You're not supposed to try it here?
No, please try. You should try it. I think I tried it.
Alright. I just assumed.
No, I tried it. That's really good granola.
Yeah.
Good granola. Yeah, it's just a little dry sometimes.
It feels like they have cameras up here for a reason, and it feels like this is the reason.
This is definitely not the reason. Trust me. What is the number? Can you read that?
Blue.
No, the number. The 4 did. Is it
3492. 3492. I feel like when I get up to the cash register, like they're gonna know. It's like you know when you're like driving your car down the freeway and there's a cop on the side of the road.
Let me tell you something. You know when you go to self-checkout, you grab an extra Altoids and just throw it in your sack, because you know what? You're doing their job for them. You're saving them money. They got rid of staff to bring in a machine, so you grab a fucking Altoid.
She's right about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're doing like 80%
You're
of the
doing
job.
80% of the work. They're
Yeah.
saving money on employees, salary, benefits.
I don't mean to interrupt. I used to work at one of those places, and if someone took one, I was like, thank you.
Right?
You know, one less thing to stop.
You just
I'm
time
sorry,
it for when the monitor person is helping somebody else.
Struggling to logically fight back on that because that's a super sound reason, Sam. But it feels icky. It feels icky.
You do you, okay? I mean, if you want to be bound by this capitalistic system that's designed to enslave you, by the way,
Do any of you know how to tell if a cantaloupe is fresh?
it's sort of you smack it. And if it rings.
So you need help? That's why you asked me.
It
Here,
is why
right?
I called
Yep.
you.
Yeah?
Yep.
Help with?
I mean, isn't it obvious?
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's just all crap.
She didn't realize you needed to buy tile.
Oh. You know that
Is it stucco now?
Yes.
At this point,
I
if
would
it's
agree
just
with
grout,
that.
it's stucco,
did
right?
someone try to like?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Okay.
Don't point it out to her
I
though.
know. People are gonna think you're a bad host. That's
Is this a thing?
I think it's a thing.
I can get that. You know, I just have to take me a day or two. I just need to schedule. I can be here
Tomas
next
is
week.
amazing. He did our bathroom kitchen.
I mean, I always like hiring friends.
Tomas is amazing, totally trustworthy.
Well, he is my friend, so I hope so.
Well, I'm giving you my personal experience as having renovated my home, Janine.
With our friend Tomas.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go back to my house. I try to come. I try to help. You know, not HOA-related activity. Just trying to be neighborly. You know, need a cup of sugar.
I don't need to
got
stay
one.
through this. I'll
You're
be
our
back.
friend, so you can wait and listen.
Do you want a beer?
You know, I have another job to go
I'd like
to.
a beer.
Okay.
Can I have a beer?
Yes.
No, then I'll
But
stay.
I would like to go to another job, so I'm gonna do this.
That's rude. Tomas, friends occasionally disagree.
I'm on the clock. We're not. We're not.
Oh, so you're not friends when you're working? I can understand that. It
All right, I'll be
blurs
back. I'll be
lines.
back Tuesday.
I mean, that works for me.
Okay. Is she gonna be? Is Amy gonna be okay?
I really hope Avery's not here for it.
Oh, okay.
You don't live here.
I mean, but I have to be next door and hear the screaming. And the weeping. Yeah, when you're not home, she screams. I know. I can distinguish it because it's different than the sound of my children screaming. It's a slightly lower pitch. These recliners are amazing. I don't know where you got
In
them.
Thailand.
I thought, I was told just to smack it and it rings. And now I'm gonna have to pay for it. I'm really sorry, I know we hadn't budgeted for this.
Oh my god.
I thought gongs were sturdier.
Lisa, I need a bigger room.
Melanie,
Yeah,
I'm
we
so
didn't
sorry, I'm so
budget
sorry.
for this.
I know, and it's so tight right now, and we have the medical bills, and I just,
Do we not have to make everything about medical bills?
that wasn't to blame you.
I'm
mean-
sorry, I did not mean to get cancer. Woo!
Okay.
Wow!
All right.
Wow, yeah!
Sorry, that was a completely unintentional and accidental insensitive comment. Please accept my apologies for both that and the gong. I will find, you know what? I've been saying this for a while. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna find a part-time job, okay? I'm gonna find a part-time job. I'm gonna bring in some extra money. I'll pay this back. We're gonna get you back on track.
Do you need help?
Nope. It's good. I'm just trying to assess the full situation. God, it's everywhere.
This was authentic.
How
As far as I know.
Our serenity god!
I thought Pure One only did reproductions. I'm sorry. I think it was gonna be.
Oh my God, who was responsible for this? You two look like you're responsible.
No, it was just me. She has cancer. It was just me. Only my fault.
Don't pull the cancer card. My husband has cancer. That's not gonna work. You fucking wrote that you were gonna buy it. This is not.
Oh no! I'm not using her cancer. I fully intend to pay for this. I'm just saying, don't blame her. She has.
Oh, I've
cancer.
never intended to blame her. We have camera footage. I pretty much knew it was you. I wanted to give you the opportunity to come clean.
Well, wait. Well, if you knew
Okay,
it was me.
you're gonna buy it. I'm sorry you have cancer.
Thank you.
Trish, do you need help?
No, I think I got it.
Don't touch it. Sorry, it's already broken. What does it matter?
Because if you cut yourself, you can sue us, ma'am.
That's a good point. Actually.
Yeah, so don't touch it.
If you
I'm
cut
worried-
yourself, we
Right.
can sue them.
Maybe they'll just think you're dying of cancer and you have other things to think about.
Hey, catch. I cut my finger. No,
That was a projectile.
Don't wave at me. This is bullshit therapy you wanted to do. I didn't want to sit over here. Why the fuck am I sitting over here?
I think we know why we're doing therapy now.
No, I don't know why I'm sitting over here. You know,
That's part of the therapy.
what? Put two people in an empty room. A black room for some reason. I don't know why it's fucking
Thank you for
black.
describing the situation.
And
Good.
then- I just need to add it. Strange orderly comes in with. Am I supposed to move chairs?
No.
It's like a test. It's like a fucking test, and they're writing somewhere, "Wife is frigid," or something.
I don't know why they'd write that.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say? Say it again.
Look, we agreed to try this, right? We just try it for a little while and not jump to criticizing it.
Okay.
So we're supposed to
So
whatever.
we're supposed to be 45 degrees backs to each other. I don't know 45 degrees to what? To what plane are we supposed to be 40? I don't know.
Just
But I'll be this way.
I think it's just like a meditation thing. You just do it and you don't worry about it.
I'm supposed to meditate?
No, it's like just don't overthink it.
All right, guys.
Oh my god! The fucking orderly!
No, I'm sorry. I just need you to think about something you like about each other. I said think.
What do you do when you have it? What do you do when you have the...
Sit quietly in your thoughts.
I know my thing.
I know my thing.
Maurice,
Yeah.
can you please tell Amy how you feel about her? Preferably the thing you like about her.
Right. Well, I really like.
Shouldn't he look at me
Don't
when he's...
turn.
Amy's really like a take charge kind of person, and I really admired that when I first met her, and it was really fun, and she would plan stuff, and it was great.
Why is that all in past tense?
Amy, now is not the time to interrogate. Amy,
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
It made me feel really nice up until it was all in past tense.
All right. Amy, can you say the thing you like about Maurice?
Yes. What I have and currently always have loved about Maurice is his willingness to try new things, even if he's not sure that they'll work or they're just batshit stupid. He'll
Okay.
try anything
Stay
once.
turned around.
I am so, I wish I was more like that. There, I said it.
Maurice, how does that make you feel?
I kind of just got stuck at the batshit stupid.
Switch chairs.
Is this like a now we're in each other's shoes sort of thing?
Just have a seat.
We face each other at least.
Stay turned around. Maurice,
Yes.
now I want you both. Amy,
Is it lunch soon?
Amy, I need you and Maurice to both think about something you like about yourselves.
Oh, like
Sit quietly in your
myself?
thoughts.
I like about me?
Yes, sit quietly in your thoughts.
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
I redid it. There is now very little ground. I am relieved.
I love it. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. It looks good now. It looks so good now.
There's nothing coming after that phrase. That's it. Okay.
No, it looks fine now. It's fine now.
Because your face for a minute was communicating to me that, like, I'm gonna have to let you down with some really hard news,
No,
like
no.
you missed a spot, or I think you don't know how to host people.
No. Honestly, no, I was thinking about, like, should I...
Is this the, can I just,
Oh, wait a minute.
did someone already fix it?
Yes, she did.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
All by
It looks,
herself.
it's pretty good.
It only took 36 straight. What do you mean it's pretty good?
No, it's, like if no one knew that there was a problem, no one would know there was a problem.
Okay.
Like a sepia filter, you could put this on Instagram. But like
But I can't do that in life. No, I thought I should be true to what is going on.
Hey guys, open the window! Did you fix the you fixed the ground! Tomas, can you?
Hi, Amy.
You have the most aggressive neighbor.
She's so aggressive.
It looks passable.
Okay,
You're like,
I think it looks great. Great. Can I come in the side door?
Yes, because she gave me a nice adjective, so she can come in this.
Oh, thank
Come on,
you.
I'll let you.
Good.
look, you can't, I mean, they're not a professional, they can't be expect to be a professional quality. That's just what I'm saying.
Tomas, for a minute, drop the professional hat. Put on your friend hat. And tell me how you think this looks. Yeah, from a friend perspective.
Who's gonna need a beer to do that?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Beer? Everyone?
You're taking beers from my fridge now, huh?
I mean, we're all family here. Friends. Friends.
Sure.
Tomas,
Yeah, please.
which hat are you wearing at the moment?
A friend. It's,
That's why he's having a beer. Because he's in the friend hat.
it looks to me like,
Lydia.
it looks like somebody who cares a lot about their home.
And it looks like you worked hard on it.
And works hard
Yes.
and knows that
Looks like it's
appearance
got.
is really important to making your guests comfortable.
Bingo, 2 beers for Tomas. And I'm even gonna cook him dinner in the kitchen.
It looks great.
I think it looks like it has a really nice personality.
See. You said it had a nice personality?
Mm-hmm.
Like in that dating kind of way, like
They're
ugly, but they have a nice personality?
Wait, you think people with good personalities are ugly?
No, that was a very broad jump. No. No, I'm saying she was using it in that context.
In
of
like a
oh,
blind
she's
date.
got a great personality. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I described Tomas.
Really? Oh, this is great. Tomas, what hat are you wearing?
It was all ground, everybody. It was all ground. Okay, your final act is ready to go. Please join me in giving them all the love you can. They are white privilege, black power.
We are White Privilege Black Power. I'm Eva Lewis.
Right in there.
Excellent. We have a special guest today, Chelsea Shore.
Hi.
Greg and I have been doing this show for about a year now, and we started out just as a duo where we ask each other questions and get an honest response from our point of view, him being a white male, me being a black woman. And then lately we've been inviting guests to come on along. And Chelsea is here as a guest, and she represents several point of views. But Chelsea identifies as a lesbian, queer, trans, gender nonconforming.
Yeah.
She's fine with any pronouns you give at her. She even, you need to trademark this, so put this on the camera somewhere, right? Also legacy, she's calling them legacy, like she grew up, of course people identify her as female,
That's right.
as she. And so,
Right. So right now, I identify with any pronouns. If you wanted to use he or they or she, I'm comfortable with that. But what I mean by legacy is that people knowing me as I grew up,
use she, and so I don't have a problem with that now. Like I don't correct people who have known me as she, because I don't really have a preference on which one you use. So that's why I call it legacy.
Excellent.
My legacy pronoun.
All right, get ready to write the dissertation. Excellent. All right. And so the first question is coming from Greg.
So that's what I wanted to delve into first.
Yes.
So have you had situations in your life, leading up to kind of accepting the difference of pronouns where it would surprise you or people didn't really know, like people were trying to put you into a box and they didn't really know how? Have you had that level of uncomfortability?
Oh, constantly. I mean, but when you're a gender nonconforming person who's raised in a world that really wants people to conform to gender, I didn't realize that I was uncomfortable all the way through my life, and I got really comfortable with being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. People gendered me as this, and I learned to be that. I recently, though, it's been trouble kind of dating. I think even though we're living in a place where people are more accepting and more educated about gender and growing more educated about gender every day, recently I've been dating somebody, and when I first told them that I don't have a pronoun preference, the first thing they said back to me is, oh, so you do, right? So that doesn't make any sense, right? So I said I don't have a pronoun preference, and then she said, well, if most people use she, then clearly you have a preference for she if you don't correct them, which isn't true, and that was like so immediately negating, right? For me to say I don't have a preference, and for her to come back, well, you do since you accept she so often, and it was just like, well, I just told you the truth. Why did you immediately respond that my truth is wrong? So that was really frustrating.
Oh man,
Yeah.
All right.
I talked about it on my
Chelsea, just want to let you know, as you're planning my birthday party,
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a favorite food.
Great.
So it's not a big, I don't have anything I absolutely want to be there. So, whatever you want to do, totally fine.
Perfect, because I have 30 different kinds of pizzas that will be arriving at 7 p.m.
Oh,
Well, hey guys, I know I'm just a new roommate, right? And I know this is a new gathering. I just want to say I canceled that order. I like pepperoni. All right.
Whoa.
It's my favorite pizza. It's my favorite food.
Wow.
And I feel like you gotta make a decision about where you're going in life. It's a piece of your life. So you're welcome.
Listen, I ordered 30 because I can eat 10, you can eat 10, and you can eat 10. This was going to be a great party.
Yeah. I cut that down. I cut that down to 15. Because let me do the math. Oh, 5, 5, 5. Yeah. That's all right. You've been eating too much pizza. All right, both of you are lactose intolerant. I'm the only one in the house who doesn't have that. Okay, haven't had a trait. And I feel like we should all take steps to accept who we are.
Well, it's my birthday, so I feel like we should all accept that what I should want to happen should happen. I mean, all right, forget the pizza. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, but I just wanted to point out though that, I do love alcohol. I love all of it. So any kind of alcohol you want to get me for my birthday would be great. I love the party. As hard as everybody wants to.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect.
Yeah, me too. I like alcohol as well.
Well, I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a little too much sometimes. But, I drank everything else. I only have cotton candy vodka.
Yeah. I knew this was gonna.
It's about half of a fifth.
Okay. All right.
It's all I budgeted for the
Yeah.
party, and hope you guys like cotton candy.
I do. I love cotton candy. Also, I love that you admitted that you're an alcoholic.
I didn't say that. I said I drank 29 bottles of vodka. Not 29 and a half. I did not say that I was an alcoholic.
Look, your identity is an alcoholic. All right.
Whoa.
Me, I'm one who can hold a fist of vodka. Okay. All right. That's my identity. Here.
Hey, I'll be addicted to any kind of drug you have.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. Like, you give me a drug, I'll go on a bender for a weekend, and life's good,
Yeah.
Or bad.
You seem very strangely supportive of that. I mean, I get labeled an alcoholic for one time drinking 29 and a half bottles of vodka.
Exactly, but Greg knows who he is. Okay? You didn't know who you were until All right, me, I already know who I am. Okay, fifth of vodka, I'm good.
5 pizzas,
Five
pepperoni.
pieces, all good. All good. But you know, guys, this is Greg's birthday. All right, let's not damper on that, okay?
Right.
All right, interventions can come later.
Yeah.
But Greg, how's it feel to be 35, man?
Oh, it feels good. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I'm good with any age. You know, whatever age you think that I am, just call me that, and like, I'm good with that. So you want to call me, hey, are you, what, you 2-year-old? Yeah, today's my 2nd birthday. I'm real excited. Get me a smash cake, I'm gonna smash it up, put it in my face. That's great. Oh, great. You turning 100 today? Yeah, I'm turning 100. It's a big centennial. You know, saw a lot of wild stuff in World War II, and you know, now I'm just kind of chilling out on the long road home.
Okay.
What number should we get to put on the cake?
3 and 5, in that order. 35.
Not my call. Not my call. Whatever you want to
Well,
say.
I don't know. I mean,
I have a preference.
I don't know if I'm gonna live to celebrate another 100th birthday. I gotta get that 1 and that 0.
You're not if you continue to be an alcoholic.
I got feelings about, you know, the state of gun violence in our country right now, and I just want to know, like, do you feel, Greg, do you feel responsible as a white man? Like, do you ever, like, are you ever, like, watching the news and seeing the ticker go by and be like, God, I hope it's not another one of me?
100%. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's 100% the reverse. Because...
Wait, you hope it's a black dude?
No, no.
That's really
I remember one of the recent gun violences. I remember watching it and thinking, God, I hope this is a white guy, because I feel like the metrics can like be so divisive and shifting, where it's like if it's somebody who's like not a white person, that's like, oh well, this is the problem. These are the people, and so I almost feel like I wouldn't call it self-loathing, but I'm like, come on, like let's keep this problem like within the white population. You know, like let's not push that, you know, further out.
How many more white guys do you think it's gonna take? 3, 4?
I mean, like honestly, like there hasn't been a thing, like everything that I could think of to happen has happened. So I don't know like if there's gonna be a thing where it's like all of a sudden like this happened and now, you know, like that's what, you know, triggers people off.
Yeah.
But I do think that we're in an interesting period in that the visibility of all the stuff happening and how easily that information is shareable and showable, I think that's getting to a crucial point where it's on everyone's mind so much. And even like with all the border stuff going on right now, I was reading in the Post, they just had all the people came into town and had the civil disobedience and went down to the Capitol and all got arrested together. And one of the women in the Post article quote was like, hey, like I'm a white woman, I have 2 kids. It's almost no reason why someone would take my kids away from me, but I wanted to be able to do something to show like I'm supporting, you know, other people who don't have that level of privilege. So I think that's like an interesting thing where it's like how far people are going out of their way to be able to show that like we support whatever's going on.
Oh shit. Oh man. Great.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of abilities you have. How the fuck did you know there was gonna be another shooting? Like how did you know it was gonna happen?
I am on a white person email chain. And
okay, knew it. I knew it. Okay, but let's. Okay,
on the chain,
Yeah.
there's a threat level for when something bad's going to happen by a white person. So the threat level starts at clear white.
Clear white, yeah.
Like straight up clear white.
Clear white, the safest of the whites.
Safest of the whites.
Yeah.
Then we go up to pearl. Then after pearl, we're going up to ivory.
Oh, all right.
Then after ivory, we're going up to off-white.
Oh man, that gets real confusing to distinguish, but I guess you all get a system.
After off-white, we're going up to Navajo white, which is kind of confusing because it's called Navajo white, but like Navajo isn't really white people. So, you know, that part gets confusing. but this
You all
morning,
take, you take whatever you want.
exactly.
Right?
We made it our own.
You made it.
We did it our way.
You stole it. You stole it. You made it on. Excellent. Yeah. Okay.
But tonight we got into stormy cloud white.
Is that the highest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eva, have you ever done this Ancestry.com thing?
Yeah.
I just did mine, and I started getting some of the wildest emails.
That's all it takes? That's all it takes?
Yeah, you won't believe it. My mom,
Yeah.
63% English.
What?
I don't even know how it happened, but I got added to this absolutely bonkers list.
All right.
They're using code language I've never even heard before. I don't know, I worked from home today. I don't know where it's from, but know what I'm doing.
Dear Chelsea, welcome to the white person email chain. Here are a few rules and regulations before we get started. First of all, say how you feel. Don't worry about people thinking about what you think. You're now at the top of the social hierarchy.
Eva, can I touch your hair?
You asked, and I'm giving you permission.
Come on.
All right, excellent.
What's
Excellent.
up, my sister?
Oh,
Rule number 2. If you see something... Rule number 2. If you see something that you think would be better off for yourself, just go ahead and take it, and then see what happens.
Wow, those shoes. Are those the new Yeezys?
yes,
I gotta get those.
You can purchase them. Somebody else purchase them.
No, I want, the authentic, like, I walked in your shoes kind of thing.
Chelsea, don't let that 63% get to your head, okay?
Oh, why are you attacking me?
I'm attacking you because you still look like a person of color, okay? You still look like a
I
person,
am.
right?
I mean, this ancestry told me that I was a quarter Navajo.
Oh my God. I'm talking about the black part. Yeah, I'm talking about that part.
Why do you have to keep bringing that up?
Because I need you to act better, okay? If you're gonna infiltrate these white folks, I need you to bring some goodness into them, okay? I mean, there's goodness there, but then more could happen. More perspective, okay?
Dear Chelsea, welcome to the Navajo email chain.
Question for you, right? So like we touched on a little bit in this past scene, but intersectionality, right? And you got a lot of things intersecting right now.
Yes.
And I know.
And for the entirety of my life.
Exactly.
It's been a long time I've been getting.
You took it a long ways ago.
Yeah.
And so how, especially as a black woman, how is that intersecting being black, being queer, all right, and how you're navigating life, or like how those two things come together? Because I know, like women's studies, and I went to women's college, and we take all that. Like you learn about that word intersectionality in terms of being black and a woman, right? And a lot of times we try to separate those two things, but it can't be separated because it's all at the same time, right? I mean, sometimes focus on one more than the other, but they all intertwine. So how does that affect you?
What a big question.
Yes.
Because you're right. I identify, as I said before, I identify as queer and trans. I'm black. I do identify as woman. I identify as masculine of center. So I think the biggest thing is doubt. Like, I mean, if my world were rosy and things were all cool, I mean, I try to bring that with me in my life. But I think when you face discrimination, or you get that feeling like someone is denying you something, or someone is treating you in a certain way, you're not sure why it is. Is it because you're a woman? Is it because you're black? Is it because you're presenting yourself in a gender that they think you shouldn't? And I think part of that is also as a stand-up comedian and a performer, I try to, knowing that I have this platform, I try to share that gospel of think about all the different ways that people can exist, and think about when you live at certain intersections, those people who live there are more likely to be susceptible to like poverty and poor health and like living in, you know, worse living conditions and having less access to education, like all these different things, like the more likely you are to live at these intersections, the more levels of obstacles and like, you know, just shit to get over is in your way. And so I try to bring all of myself to this stage. I don't know if that answered the question quite a bit, but.
Would you like a paper bag, or do you have your own bag, reusable bag?
You know what, I left them in the car. Just give me like, can you quadruple plastic bag it?
Yeah.
I just, you know, I'm one of those folks that like, gotta get in one lift, so I need you to really.
That's what I figured from someone like you.
It's a little rude. This Harris Teeter is not getting a good Yelp review from me. What's the big deal? I got the money. I'll pay the 5 cents.
Okay. Oh, so now you support the river cleanup. Okay, I get it.
I mean,
I know,
you know,
I get your comment. Okay.
Goodness. I mean, you know, it's just some ice cream. It's just some pizza rolls. What's all this hate about, my guy?
You're wearing a Duke Blue Devils shirt. You went to Duke? That makes me sick. I'm a University of Maryland guy. I can't take your kind. You show up here thinking your sports teams are the best. We always go to the Final Four. Everybody on our team gets to go to the NBA. Well, guess what? Some of us have to work hard to have the 18-year-olds we support get to the NBA, okay? So I'll bag up your ice cream and your pizza
go ahead.
rolls.
You know, put it in a 5th bag.
Fine.
Because I got the money. I'm a banker now.
Hey, hi. Manager Eva here.
Hi there.
Yeah, hey, I just getting a little tense over here. Greg, is everything all right?
I don't know, ask her. Ask ACC champion of
Yes.
the week over here.
Oh, you play basketball? Okay.
I mean, I know
Please,
a couple guys that did.
That's very offensive to assume she plays basketball because she's black.
You know what?
That's
Thank you for having my back. I really appreciate
We're all
that.
people. We're all
Yeah,
people.
we are. But
Yeah,
put it in a 6 bag.
But you know, I got this guy in Mills. I don't know, but I was really judging you off being black and butch. So I figured you would play basketball. I don't know if that's wrong or if that's just obvious or. Wow.
I'm gonna get you a 7th bag over it.
I mean, I find that a little offensive, you know?
Oh, you're not.
I mean, did you even assume I was good at it, or do you think I rode the bench? I mean,
I figured you were like 3rd string. Wow. Height and yeah, it's because you're height.
Wow. That just shows how small-minded you are.
Yeah.
Because all the best college teams are now playing small ball.
Oh.
So you need someone exactly of her build to be able to do the pick and roll, hit their set threes, and then have the big men clear the defense out. Come on, how small-minded are you?
Well, I'm sorry. That's just the way I grew up. All right. I'm able to judge
so
people.
where did you go to school, may I ask? 8th bag, please.
But that's Chevy Chase, the most liberal place in all of the DMV. Right, and which got me to be manager of a Harris Theater. Thank you, Montgomery County. All right. You know, I just look here, ma'am. I apologize. I offended you. All right.
Thank you.
But I just want to go on the record that playing basketball with skill is a compliment. All right. I wish people thought I played basketball. All right. Okay, played it well. I know that they probably think I play it, but played it well.
You struck me as more like a track star.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's my legs. See, did that hurt? Did that hurt anybody? No, and look at Greg over here. Greg, I definitely know you play football.
Well,
right?
I was thinking more like, you know, chess, maybe robotics.
No. He's gotten smaller as he's gotten older. I saw a high school photo
It
of
happens
Greg.
to them.
It does, it does. I saw high school, he was a meathead, like his head was definitely bigger. He had that little thing the men have with a little bump of muscle here.
It's very frightening.
Yeah, frightening but attractive at the same time. But
each
either way,
their own.
yes. So I judge Greg. Like,
Yeah.
then when you interviewed for this job,
Right.
what was the first thing I said to you?
You said,
It was memorable. Yeah,
you said,
right on the nose. Yeah.
you're going to work here.
And
And I do now.
yes.
Yeah. I have my engineering degree in robotics.
Oh.
I was on the way to an actual interview at the Northrop Grumman, the weapons designer, and she grabbed me off the street and said, "You're working here." I've been here for the last 4 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, our best bad boy.
Yep.
Right? Okay, that's what I'm saying. All right. And if I say you know, like basketball, whoop-de-doo. You also look smart.
Well,
There
you know,
go.
I have to admit, I walked in here getting ice cream because I had a hell of a day.
Yeah.
And part of me is, you know, a little bit flattered. You think that I did ball a little bit. I was gonna give you like a 1-star Yelp review, but you won me over.
It's going up. It's
Yeah.
going up. Excellent. All right. Fantastic.
Do you think you might be able to, you know, just cover these bag fees for me? I'm rolling in on like 9-10 bags.
Oh, I wasn't picking up the cheapness on you, but.
Solidarity.
Hey, you know what? Put those 8 bags on me for one piece of ice cream, but go
That's
for
what
it.
we're talking about.
Your customer's always right. All right?
Can I walk you to your car?
Yes, please. This is a dangerous neighborhood.
So I wanted to bring something up. We've been talking about pets a bunch. So I have a 4-year-old daughter, and so I feel like there's a like this kind of like passed down paternal society is like you need to protect your children, particularly your daughters, like make them know, you know, like how to, you take care of themselves. And so I'm oftentimes at these like playgrounds or like indoor play places, and there'll be all these like little kids running around, and my daughter's like real active. She'll get out there, she'll bump around with people, kind of go crazy. And I'm starting to see that there's just a lot more kids where they're not easily definable on like a gender scale, like right away. And so the other day I was like at this play place, and she was roughhousing with this other kid who had real long hair, but kind of boyish features, but was a little bit younger, so didn't really like have words all that much. And I was just like, I don't know what to do here, because if this is a boy, like I guess it's fine, but if it's like a girl, maybe it's not fine. Or,
What wasn't fine?
So
The rough play?
the rough play a little bit, but then there's also, and this isn't something like I ascribe to, but kind of like, we put like the traditional heteronormative roles on people, like, oh, is that boy like after my girl, and that type of thing. So I was like, wait, is that boy after my girl? Wait, is that girl after my girl? Wait, is my girl interested in being a boy? Like there's this whole big, cornucopia now of possibilities. And I'm not sure, so are you seeing that like more in public, like as, I'm not sure if you're
I don't
in
really
the child
hang
space.
around like,
Yeah.
play. I'm too old. I can't just stroll into a Chuck E. Cheese. No.
Hey, oh man, so which one is yours?
None of them, man.
Your escape was temporary. You have to go back to your real lives now. But the good news is, if you want to come back for the 9:30 show, you absolutely can. We'd be happy to have you as our guests. Just say you're one of Mark's friends at the desk. The 9:30 show is a great group of shows capped with the cast of Second City's show over at the Kennedy Center. They're coming here some Friday nights so that they can actually improvise, because that's scripted work. Ugh, right? Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We hope to see you again at WIT. Good night.